The morning sun rose slowly over the city, and the large school building stood tall with its wide gates and long walls that looked strong and cold. Many students walked inside with bright bags and clean shoes while some talked loudly and others stayed quiet. Among them was a poor boy named Ravi who walked with slow steps and held his old bag close to his chest. Ravi did not have much in life, but he had a kind heart and a brave spirit that he never showed to anyone. Ravi lived in a small house far from the school, and every day he walked a long road to reach his class. His clothes were clean but simple, and his shoes were worn out from many miles of walking. Some children noticed him and smiled while others looked away because he was not rich like them. Ravi did not mind because he had learned to live without expecting anything from anyone. On the same morning, a shiny black car stopped near the school gate and a girl stepped out slowly. Her name was Mira, and she was the daughter of a very powerful billionaire who owned many big companies. Everyone in the school knew her name, and many teachers greeted her with soft voices and warm smiles. But Mira did not smile much because she felt lonely even in a place full of people. Mira walked inside the school holding her books close, and her eyes looked tired, as if she carried a heavy weight inside her heart. She had everything that money could buy, but she did not have real friends who cared about her. Many students only spoke to her because of her father, and that made her feel sad and unsure. Mira wished for someone who would treat her like a normal girl. As Ravi walked down the long hallway, he saw Mira passing by with her quiet steps. For a moment their eyes met, and Ravi saw something in her face that he knew well, which was loneliness. He did not know why, but his heart felt heavy as he watched her walk away. He wanted to help her, but he did not even know her name. Near the lockers, a group of rich boys stood laughing loudly and pushing each other. They were known for being proud and rude because their families were powerful. When Mira passed by them, one boy stepped forward and blocked her path. The others started to laugh as they made fun of her soft voice and quiet nature. Mira tried to move around them, but they would not let her go. One of the boys pushed her books from her hands and they fell to the floor. The sound of pages touching the ground made her heart sink with shame and fear. Students around watched, but no one dared to help her. Mira bent down to pick up her books and her hands were shaking. Her eyes were wet and her face showed pain that she tried to hide. She wished that someone would come and stand beside her. But the hallway stayed quiet, as if everyone had forgotten how to care. Ravi stood a short distance away and saw everything. His chest felt tight and his mind filled with memories of how he was treated before. He remembered how people ignored him and how it hurt to feel small and weak. Seeing Mira like that made him feel the same pain again. Before he could stop himself, Ravi walked toward the group. His legs felt heavy, but his heart pushed him forward. He stood between Mira and the boys and lifted his head. His voice was calm but strong as he told them to stop. The boys looked at Ravi with surprise and then started to laugh. They did not expect a poor boy to stand against them. One of them told Ravi to go away and mind his own life. But Ravi stayed where he was and did not move even one step. Ravi told them that everyone deserved respect and that what they were doing was wrong. His words were simple but full of truth. The hallway was silent as students watched in shock. No one had ever seen someone like Ravi show such courage. Mira looked at Ravi and her eyes filled with hope. No one had ever stood up for her before. She felt safe for the first time in a long while. Her heart started to feel lighter as she stood behind him. The boys were angry, but they were also unsure. They were not used to someone speaking to them like this. Before they could say more, a teacher came running after hearing the noise. The boys quickly stepped back and walked away. Mira picked up her books and looked at Ravi with deep gratitude. She wanted to thank him, but her voice felt stuck in her throat. Ravi gave her a small smile that made her feel warm inside. It was a simple smile, but it meant more than words. That day something changed in both of their lives. Ravi went back to his class with a strange feeling in his heart. Mira sat at her desk thinking about the brave boy who had helped her. Neither of them knew what the future would bring. Far away in a tall building, Mira's father was busy with meetings and big plans. He had no idea that his daughter had been treated badly at school. He also did not know that a poor boy had stood up to protect her. Soon he would hear about it, and his world would change. The bond between Ravi and Mira had begun in a small school hallway. It started with courage and kindness instead of money and power. This simple act would soon lead to something much bigger. The story was only starting, and many emotions were still waiting to unfold. The next morning at the school felt different for both Ravi and Mira, even though everything around looked the same. Ravi walked through the gate with his old bag and slow steps while thinking about what had happened the day before. He was not afraid of the rich boys, but he was worried about what might come after standing up to them. Still, his heart felt proud because he had done the right thing. Mira arrived in her black car and stepped out with her neat clothes and quiet smile. But this time she did not feel as alone as before. Her mind kept thinking about Ravi and the way he stood in front of her. She felt grateful and wanted to thank him properly. Inside the classroom, Mira looked around until she saw Ravi sitting at his desk. He was reading a book and looked calm like nothing had happened. Mira slowly walked over and stood beside him. Her hands felt warm and her heart was beating fast. She told Ravi thank you in a soft voice. Ravi looked up with surprise and then gave her a small kind smile. He said that anyone would have done the same. But Mira knew that was not true. From that day, Mira and Ravi started talking more. They shared simple things about their lives and schoolwork. Ravi told her about his small home and long walks to school. Mira told him about her big house that felt empty and cold. The rich boys watched them from far away and felt angry. They did not like seeing Mira talk to someone like Ravi. They whispered among themselves and planned to make trouble. But Ravi did not care because his focus was on Mira. Mira felt happy when she was with Ravi. For the first time she felt like someone saw her for who she really was. Not as a rich girl but as a normal person with feelings. That made her heart feel warm and safe. After school, Mira went home and her father was waiting for her. He was a tall, strong man with a serious face and a busy life. He asked Mira about her day while looking at his papers. Mira paused and then told him about what had happened. She told him about the boys and how they treated her. She also told him about Ravi and how he stood up for her. Her father stopped what he was doing and listened carefully. His eyes showed surprise and concern. The billionaire father felt something strong in his heart. He was proud that someone had protected his daughter. But he was also upset that she had been hurt. He decided that he needed to meet this boy. The next day at school, Ravi was called to the office. His heart felt nervous as he walked down the hall. He did not know why he was being called. Mira followed him with worried eyes. In the office, Ravi saw Mira's father standing there. The room felt quiet and heavy. Ravi stood straight even though he felt small. The man looked at him with deep eyes. He asked Ravi if he was the one who helped Mira. Ravi said yes with a steady voice. The billionaire looked at him for a long moment. He saw honesty and courage in the boy's eyes. The man thanked Ravi for protecting his daughter. Ravi felt surprised and humbled. He said he only did what was right. The billionaire nodded slowly. He told Ravi that he wanted to help him. He offered money and gifts as thanks. But Ravi shook his head. He said he did not want anything like that. The room grew quiet as Ravi made his choice. The billionaire was stunned by his answer. No one had ever refused his help before. He asked Ravi what he wanted instead. Ravi thought for a moment. He looked at Mira and then back at her father. He said he only wanted Mira to be safe and happy at school. He wanted the bullying to stop. The billionaire felt deep respect for Ravi. He saw that this boy was not after money. He cared about his daughter and fairness. That touched his heart in a way nothing else had. The man promised that he would make sure Mira was treated well. He also promised to make the school safer. Ravi felt relief wash over him. Mira smiled with tears in her eyes. After that day, things slowly started to change. The rich boys stopped bothering Mira. Teachers paid more attention to what happened in the halls. The school felt more peaceful. Mira and Ravi became closer friends. They studied together and shared their dreams. Ravi dreamed of helping his family. Mira dreamed of having a normal life. Even though their worlds were very different, they found comfort in each other. They laughed and talked like two simple kids. Money and power did not matter between them. Only kindness and trust did. The billionaire watched from far away. He saw how his daughter changed and smiled more. He knew Ravi had brought something special into her life. Something that no amount of money could buy. The story of the poor boy and the billionaire daughter was growing. Their bond was becoming stronger every day. But more challenges were still waiting ahead. And the next part of their journey was about to begin. The days at school started to feel calmer after the meeting in the office. Ravi walked through the halls with more confidence because he knew that Mira was safe now. Mira also felt lighter in her heart, and she smiled more when she talked to her classmates. Even though some students still looked at them with surprise, they did not cause trouble anymore. Ravi and Mira began to spend more time together during breaks and after class. They sat under a large tree in the schoolyard and talked about simple things. Ravi shared stories about his mother who worked hard every day. Mira shared stories about her big house where rooms felt empty. Even though they came from very different lives, they understood each other. Both knew what it meant to feel alone in a crowd. That made their friendship grow stronger with each passing day. It was not based on money or power, but on trust and care. Mira's father watched these changes from far away. He noticed that his daughter came home happier. Her eyes no longer looked tired or sad. That made him curious about Ravi even more. One evening Mira's father asked her to invite Ravi to their home. Mira felt nervous but also happy. She wanted Ravi to see her world. She also wanted her father to know him better. The next day Ravi received the invitation. His heart felt nervous because he had never been inside a rich house before. But he did not want to disappoint Mira. So he agreed to come. When Ravi arrived at the large house, he could not believe his eyes. The building was huge and the garden was full of bright flowers. He felt small standing there with his simple clothes. But Mira welcomed him with a warm smile. Inside the house, everything looked shiny and quiet. Ravi walked carefully, as if he was afraid to touch anything. Mira showed him around and tried to make him feel comfortable. Her kindness helped him relax. Mira's father came to greet Ravi. He did not look as serious as before. He spoke to Ravi in a calm and respectful way. That made Ravi feel more at ease. They sat together in a large room and talked. Mira's father asked Ravi about his life and his dreams. Ravi spoke honestly about his family and his hope for the future. He said he wanted to study and help others. The billionaire listened closely. He was surprised by Ravi's simple words. They were not about wealth but about doing good. That made him feel deep respect for the boy. Mira's father then told Ravi that he wanted to help him with his education. He said that Ravi should have every chance to grow. Ravi felt touched, but he was careful. He did not want to be seen as someone who only took. Ravi said he would accept help only if it was fair. He wanted to earn it through hard work. Mira's father smiled at his answer. He admired Ravi's strong values. From that day, Ravi's life slowly started to change. He received better books and more support for his studies. But he still stayed humble and kind. He did not forget where he came from. At school, some students began to respect Ravi more. They saw that he was close to Mira and her father. But Ravi made sure that he stayed the same. He treated everyone with kindness. Mira felt proud of Ravi. She liked that he did not change even when things got better. She trusted him more than anyone. Their bond grew deeper with every moment. One day the rich boys who had caused trouble before tried to talk to Ravi. They were not rude anymore. They said they were sorry for what they had done. Ravi accepted their words calmly. Mira watched this and felt relief. The pain from the past was slowly fading. The school felt more peaceful than ever. Everyone was learning to be better. Mira's father saw all of this. He realized that Ravi was a positive force. He brought kindness and fairness wherever he went. That made him grateful. But life was not only calm and easy. New challenges were always waiting. Ravi knew that his future would not be simple. But he was ready to face it with courage. Mira stood by his side. She believed in him and his heart. Together they felt strong. Their friendship was something special. The story of Ravi and Mira was moving forward. It was no longer just about one brave moment. It was about two lives growing together. And the next part would bring even more change. The friendship between Ravi and Mira continued to grow with each new day at school. They studied together, shared their lunch, and walked side by side during breaks. Many students now looked at them with respect because they saw how kind and honest Ravi was. Mira felt safe and happy when Ravi was near. Mira's father also started to change because of Ravi. He used to be busy all the time with work and meetings. But now he spent more time listening to Mira. He wanted to understand her world better. One evening Mira told her father how much Ravi meant to her. She said that Ravi made her feel normal and calm. Her father listened and felt grateful. He realized that money had never given his daughter this peace. Ravi also faced changes in his life. With support for his education, he began to do better in his classes. Teachers noticed his hard work and dedication. They praised him for his effort. Ravi still helped his family at home. He never forgot his roots. He believed that staying humble was important. That made Mira admire him even more. One day the school planned a big event. Students were asked to work in teams. Ravi and Mira were placed in the same group. They felt happy to work together. Their group worked hard and shared ideas. Ravi showed strong leadership and fairness. Mira supported everyone with her calm and kind nature. Their team became one of the best. The rich boys who once caused trouble were now part of another team. They saw Ravi's success and felt regret for their past actions. They tried to be better. The school felt more united. Mira's father came to watch the event. He saw Ravi and Mira working together. He felt proud of both of them. He knew that Ravi had brought a positive change. After the event, Mira's father spoke to Ravi. He thanked him for being a good influence. Ravi felt shy but happy. He said he only did what he believed was right. The billionaire thought deeply about Ravi's words. He realized that true strength came from character, not from wealth or power. That thought stayed in his heart. At school, Mira and Ravi continued to grow. They learned new things every day. They faced small challenges together. Their bond became even stronger. One afternoon Mira felt sad because she had to miss school for a day. Ravi waited for her return. When she came back, he was there to welcome her. That made her smile. Ravi and Mira talked about their dreams. Ravi wanted to help people and make the world kinder. Mira wanted to bring happiness to others. They shared the same hope. Mira's father saw their dreams and felt inspired. He wanted to use his resources to do more good. He started new plans to help schools. Ravi's words had made a difference. The school also became a better place. Students treated each other with more respect. Teachers encouraged kindness. The air felt lighter. Ravi sometimes still felt unsure about the future. But Mira was always there to support him. She believed in his heart. That gave him strength. The story of a poor boy and a billionaire daughter was now touching many lives. It was not just their story anymore. It was a story of kindness spreading. And the final part was still waiting. The final weeks of the school year arrived, and the air felt different inside the classrooms. Students talked about exams and holidays, and many felt excited. Ravi and Mira sat together in the library often because they wanted to finish the year strong. They had become known as two students who brought calm and respect wherever they went. Ravi worked hard every day. He woke up early, helped his mother at home, and then walked to school with his old bag. Even though his life was still simple, his heart felt full because he now had hope. Mira also worked hard, and for the first time she enjoyed studying because she was no longer alone. One afternoon the school announced a small award ceremony. Teachers wanted to honor students who showed strong character and positive influence. Many students were surprised because usually awards went only to top scores. But this time the school wanted to celebrate kindness and courage too. On the day of the ceremony, the hall was full of parents and students. Mira's father sat in the front row wearing a neat suit. Ravi's mother also came wearing simple clothes and holding her hands together with nervous pride. Ravi felt shy seeing his mother in such a big hall, but he also felt happy. The principal walked onto the stage and spoke about the importance of respect. He said that a school could only grow when students cared about each other. Then he called out Ravi's name. The hall became quiet and Ravi stood up slowly. Ravi walked to the stage with careful steps. His face showed humility and his eyes were full of surprise. The principal gave him an award for courage and good character. Everyone clapped and Ravi's mother's eyes filled with tears of pride. Mira looked at Ravi with a bright smile. She felt proud because she knew what he had done for her. Mira's father also clapped, but his expression was deeper. He was thinking about the day he first met Ravi in the office. After Ravi received the award, the principal called Mira's name too. She walked to the stage and received an award for leadership and kindness. The hall clapped again. Mira's father felt his heart soften because he saw his daughter standing tall and confident. After the ceremony, Ravi's mother thanked the teachers with a gentle voice. She told Ravi she was proud of him. Ravi held her hand and promised he would keep working hard. He felt a new strength inside him. Mira's father walked toward Ravi and his mother. Ravi felt nervous at first because the man was powerful. But this time the billionaire's smile was warm. He greeted Ravi's mother with respect. Mira's father told Ravi's mother that her son was special. He said Ravi had strong values and a brave heart. Ravi's mother looked shocked because she never imagined hearing such words from a rich man. She thanked him, and her voice trembled with emotion. Later Mira's father asked Ravi to speak with him privately. They stepped into a quiet corner of the hall. Mira stood nearby watching with curiosity. Ravi waited calmly. Mira's father looked at Ravi and spoke softly. He said that Ravi had changed Mira's life. He explained that Mira used to be lonely and silent at home. But now she smiled and talked and even laughed. Ravi listened and felt moved. He told Mira's father that Mira also helped him. He said Mira treated him like a real friend without pride. He said their friendship made him feel respected. Mira's father nodded slowly. He then spoke about Ravi's one request that day in the office. He said that when Ravi refused money and asked only for Mira's safety, he was stunned. He admitted that he had met many people who wanted something from him. But Ravi wanted only what was right. That moment had stayed in the billionaire mind. It made him question his own life. It made him realize that money could not buy respect or real care. He told Ravi that he wanted to do something meaningful because of him. The billionaire then made a promise. He said he would start a scholarship program in the school. He wanted it to help students who worked hard but had little support. He said Ravi would be the first student to receive it. Ravi felt shocked and his eyes widened. He did not know what to say. This was not just money for comfort. This was a chance for his future. Ravi tried to refuse again because he did not want to feel like he was taking. But Mira's father explained that this was not a gift for praise. It was a decision to support the right kind of students. He told Ravi that accepting it would allow him to grow and help others later. Ravi looked at Mira and then at his mother. He thought about his dreams and how hard his mother worked. He slowly nodded and accepted with gratitude. But he also promised to study harder than ever. Mira felt joy in her heart. She hugged Ravi and thanked him again for everything. Ravi smiled and told her they would always stay friends. Their bond felt strong and pure. As the school year ended, Ravi and Mira stood near the school gate. They looked at the building where everything had started. Ravi remembered the day he stood in the hallway. Mira remembered the fear she felt and the hope he gave her. They both knew their lives had changed. Ravi now had a path forward. Mira now had real friendship. And Mira's father now had a new purpose. The poor boy, one brave act had created a chain of kindness. It touched a girl life, changed a powerful man's heart, and helped a whole school grow better. The story did not end with riches or fame. It ended with respect, courage, and a future filled with hope.